Okay.
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
No need.
I see the no sugar type. Okay. Oh, we're supposed to get out. But I am really wondering where the heck is Child? I really want to know what happened to him. He's just heard the voice and then he's going off to the water. Huh. Maybe I'm forgetting something about the primordial seawater from the beginning first few part of the Arkham Quest. It's been a while, so.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Oh, it's lagging there quite a bit.
Yeah! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Okay. At the infirmary. Oh, feminine.
He's awake. Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here. The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger.
Sijuin is really, really good. You can save someone that high.
yourself if you're not feeling up.
Trap. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Are we gonna play in as Remini?
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Royal Grid Sword? No. It's not like that. Oh, we can just straight down. Oh, this is huge for the pipe.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
I see a simple switch mechanism.
Hip.
And then this thing is probably gonna go up. Yeah. Oh, but there's only one. Oh, okay, it's just for going up and down. And then we're ready to go to here. Simple puzzle. Let's go to simple. Oh, it's stuck.
On something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Is it a timing? Oh, I get it. Simple. You need to push it down and then turn it at the back. Huh. Okay. Put it back and then we move it. And there we go. And move it back up. Okay, simple. Oh,
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water.
okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I thought it was something. It's just the pointer.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
It's traces?
There are traces here too.
Wait,
I need to keep going.
I'm not seeing anything. Is it like these patches? It's like empty?
The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Oh, it's the water.
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on.
And then chlorine
If I
save
turn
you.
back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Okay. What is that noise? But I wanna know what's there. What is that noise? The gear turning.
I can't die here. I have to push on.
There where the chlorine save. Huh, but wasn't it 9 days after Primary just swam there? I don't get the whole timeline of this.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Yeah,
Miss
that's weird.
Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande...
guest. Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Okay, got it. I'll go talk to him.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on.
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now.
Thank you.
La Deluge. What does that mean?
I'm also really sorry, Lenny.
don't say that. It was...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have.
No, how can...
Huh?
I'm sorry.
They're just
What I'm
sorry
hearing
for
is,
each other.
we all dropped the ball at
Yeah.
some point during the mission.
Yeah,
So the responsibility falls on all of us.
exactly that.
Yeah, that's right.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a team leader, you should always keep up your morale of the team. Okay.
Yeah! Skyward!
Why did I do that? Okay, so the office again.
Yeah! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition.
Of course! I wouldn't have left the
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to...
I wanted to check up on Miss Claran.
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another...
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Yeah, that's so fancy. Please enlighten us as much as you like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking
Wow,
me any
that's
questions
the
you
point.
have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Okay, why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
Oh my god, so... no one really knows where Child went. He just disappeared
So you
into
were hoping
somewhere.
Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremonet has told you already, the Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted...
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Claran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremonet was part of that...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So, if Forbidden Zone really exists, what's inside of
That's
it?
not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Yeah, but I'm curious. So why does the noses here? Why is that? Why is the nose? Like, it's not confirmed yet, but I they were saying that the noses is here in the fortress, not with Miss
All
Frina.
I need to prove to you is
Why
that
am
the
I saying
Forbidden
Miss
Zone
Frina?
had
It's
nothing to
just
do with the
Foslo.
Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that
We've already uncovered that there's something wrong with.
you make a compelling case,
Yeah, Paimon really.
even if the truth may not be pleasant.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Oh! I'm excited. I'm excited. Am I gonna finally know something? Am I gonna finally know what's going on here? This whole confusing arc of Fortress of Meripede. Oh, secret hive, secret underway, secret passageway.
There's a hidden
Yeah,
door here, and a whole basement behind it.
of
You're
course.
pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
I don't think normal person would have found it, but yeah, of course. This whole place looks like if you just touch one break of the wall, it's gonna open a secret passageway.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of
Yeah, looks like a secret hideout. Like if I just do it, and then it's gonna open something here again. It's so steampunkish. I like it.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or? Whoa!
It's an elevator. Once everyone's taken their position to circle blade, it begins to slowly move downwards.
So this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole...
Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Let's see the secrets. Secrets. What is it?
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Oh, 3 gates.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Yep, I mean, you don't need to describe that. What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Is this where they store the noses? I don't know what that is. The room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate. Sluice?
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The weather pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered the temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts,
It's
the water
probably
pressure
the
is more
seawater, the level of
likely. We ran a
primordial
few tests
seawater.
to increase. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Fremine
The concentration of primordial seawater?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes.
But forget about the 2 of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
The probably sea is leaking through. If this gate fall, all Fontaine will follow it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
So that's the prophesized crisis.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, it's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
That sounds really interesting and all, but how do you know all of this, Wesley?
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps. And as the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
It's not even a matter of believing anymore. There's already so many shrimp around the seawater.
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So, as the Duke of Meripede, what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing.
Oh,
The results from our last
too.
round of experiments have...
Oh, they're a researcher. I see.
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us not to tell...
I'm skeptical as well. Are you
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research
I
Institute.
see. There's
He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin.
Edwu.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, But you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already
What?
imagining it in my head.
Why do you want
Gotta
that?
admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical...
Ooh, are they together?
Is that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Okay.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Ah, okay, they're just both tsundere.
Jeez, forget I said follow me.
Okay, so that banter
There's
wasn't
another door
a
that goes right up.
wasn't an acting.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Yeah, Paimon, just shut up. Shut up.
But
Let
Paimon
them do
really
it.
thinks everything's super cool.
I guess that's fair, Paimon. It is super cool, but you don't have to say it out loud. Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
No. What? How did that happen? And this is
What a huge ship!
and oh, this is not underwater. What?
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
I played the quest there.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
What is this, Mona?
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and
This
technology
place
at
is
my disposal.
huge.
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this...
Were you inspired by the
maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plane for the ages. Can you share a plane with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Seems like you're good.
Is this like the ship for when the from the water rises, and then you can stay on the ship? Is that it?
I'll leave
I
you
don't
here
get
for
the
now.
whole point of the ship here.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I shouldn't. Many groups like, in other words, if I want to tell you to that must make you understand what kind of access conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
I see, so it's just about conflicts
Great.
within.
Well,
Scrutman of the flu. Oh no, we cannot go there. I wanted to explore there. Okay, that place was also awesome.
Everyone hold
Why do I
hands.
keep doing that? Okay, this is the infirmary.